All right, I want to welcome everybody to the family tree. Welcome, family. Come on, put your hands together.
Yeah.
Hey. Hope everybody's doing well. Everybody's doing well. Good to be back. And another season, y'all, going into it.
Yeah, man.
I see ya.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Put your hands together, y'all. Yeah, that's right. All right, we're going to get started.
Look at the floating hand. Go ahead,
yeah, you got
the floating hand. Go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, the floating hand is kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
Yep.
All right, we're going to get started, Big B.
You got it, man.
And we come on down. We are streaming live.
Yes, sir. We are hot.
Anybody on Facebook, we give a shout out to Facebook.
Yeah. Right now, we just have fingers is right there, and other folks are getting ready to come in.
Okay, got it. You got it?
Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir.
Everybody, come on in, y'all.
Get a big holler now.
All right, we're going to bring it on down.
Man,
all right.
Fly for me, boy. What can I tell you?
All right, I'm gonna come off sharing here. Everybody should be in the house. Can you see everybody?
Yeah, I see everybody, buddy. Yes, sir, man.
See? Hey, I want to welcome everyone to the family tree. It's good to be back. Give yourself a hand for coming in, y'all. Yeah. Hey, another season. We're gonna go in and unpack some things, talk about whatever's going on in the world. I want to start off by, Sam having a moment of silence. Big B and I were talking about Charlie Kirk. You have not heard, Charlie Kirk was assassinated today, at a university in Utah. And with that, it sends volumes over what's happening politically around our world, with the now being violent and assassination. It reminds you of the 60s, and what was going on with the battle back and forth. So I just want to get a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk's family for that, if we can get a moment of silence. And amen. All right.
Amen.
So let's keep the family in prayer, y'all. We got to pray for nonviolence, y'all. Everywhere we're going right now, keep your eyes and ears open. Tension is rising everywhere around the world. Today was specifically, of course, what happened in Israel. First thing we woke up this morning, you saw what was happening in, Israel. And then, of course, the bombing that was in Qatar right now. So whatever's happening, we are in desperate times right now of tension. So just keep your eyes and ears open everywhere you are, and be careful, family. Be careful for you and your family, okay?
Dr. P, brother, we have to realize we are one family.
Yep.
Yeah, we talk about here on the family tree all the time. God created one race of people, human.
That's
and all this other stuff, people are playing with our heads and mentally sort of messing with us to make us, they pit us together ethnically, but it's all about money. It's not about nothing else. It's all about money.
Political control.
Control, man.
Control,
and we have to deal with that. So, we just raise each other up, no matter what your political persuasion is right now. Taking life is not a part of it.
Yeah, and that's what they were talking about, Charlie Kirk, because he always he invited opposition, no matter what. He had open opposition to, hey, if you got a question, you got something to say something, put it out there, and they went at it. They just went at it. He just put a since he was 18, he had that. That was amazing. So prayers out to the family and all those that were with Charlie Kirk. All right, let's get started. We're gonna get into it. Hey, y'all, it's good to be back. I had a little R&R. Big B, I had to jump away for a little bit,
man.
My celebration, 26 years of marriage.
Wait, Doc, wait, I gotta ask you something. How many got a crazy question for you. Hey, Lisa, you there? How you put up that Negro all this years? Hallelujah.
That's what she said. How did I deal with you all this time? I was like, I don't know.
Hey, man, but it's a great thing. It's a great thing to have unions at work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I went this year. I was really, every year we go somewhere and I travel somewhere and I, just to get away and just sort of get reset. And this year I thought about it. I was like, where am I going to go with all the craziness going on? I said, let me take a road trip. I'm going to stay on the ground this time. So went up to the Poconos, man. Had a really excellent time. To a chalet. I rented a chalet. You know what a chalet is, Big B? With the yeah, there you go.
See
There
that?
you
Look,
go.
see that?
Yep,
Look,
yep.
hey, I'm from the country, but I know what Charlie.
It is actually one of those beautiful, the time I had to stay in wilderness and just be quiet.
Yeah,
Listen
man.
to the wind go through the trees,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
deer everywhere.
yeah,
And matter
yeah,
of fact, we even had some neighbors, they're called bears.
yeah. Oh, okay. Go ahead now
Yeah, yeah.
with your bad self.
The bears would knock over. They had these things called bear boxes, right?
No
Where if
kidding,
you
man.
take your trash, you put the trash in the box and you gotta lock it because the bears literally would come and knock them
Come
over
knock
at
it.
night.
Yeah, man.
Boom, knock them over. So
Wow.
they would take ammonia and vinegar together in a spray bottle and spray it. You got to spray it in your trash, in the trash
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
outside, all around the box because the bears get hungry at night and they just come out and just knock the cans over. And I mean, these boxes are huge, and the bears just knock them
And they
over.
got to be real strong too, man.
Yes,
Bears are
very
strong,
strong.
man.
So we had some really good time, family. Even took Django this time. Took
All right.
Django. Django, I
Well,
think Django had more fun than we did.
of
Yeah.
course.
Yep. So it was a good time, rest and relaxation. We're ready to hit the ground running. We're going to talk about change of seasons today. We are going into change of season. Hopefully everyone is doing well. Hopefully we can answer some questions about change of seasons that are happening. People
All
are having
right.
issues with assimilation. I wanted to talk about gut issues today. Keeps coming up, y'all. So what's happening? Yep. You got to start to get your gut in order. If you're not assimilating, if you're always tired all the time, that's where we have to start to look at, are you assimilating? So we'll
Mm-hmm.
go into it today. Big B, we say just get started. If you are joining us for the very first time, this is the family tree, and we invite you to the conversation. Anything on your heart and mind, share it with us. We call it the family tree
Yes,
because this
sir.
is
Yes,
what?
sir.
This is the place where we say, gather around the
Gather
tree.
around
This
the
is the
tree.
ancient laurel customs of gathering around the tree. We talked about situations, problems, anything going on in your heart and mind. We went around it, even prayer. That's what
Yeah,
we
right.
did. We got
That's
around
right.
the tree. So with that, we invite you to the conversation this evening. If you have a question, concern, anything you want to talk about, go down to your reaction bar where you see the little heart down there where it says react. Click it and raise your hand like Big B up there, and we'll get you into the conversation. You'll get in
Yes,
queue.
sir.
If
Yes,
you're
sir.
someone that says, well, maybe I don't want to get in queue, I may have a question, drop it into our chat box. And Prophetess, AKA
In the
Fingers, is
house,
she in the
boy.
house? Is
Yeah,
she in the
she's in the
house?
house. Yes, sir,
Hey,
buddy.
Prophetess, how
How
you
you
doing?
feeling, Hoppin? How
I'm
you feeling,
fine, guys.
Hoppin?
How you doing?
All right, you got to check
You
on
know,
your
Dr.
hands, man.
Paul, I was
Yes.
just talking to myself or talking to the Lord. I said, I'm just tired all the time here, lady. I mean, I can sleep 24 hours and you come right in talking about being
Mm.
tired. So apparently I am
Mm-hmm.
not assimilating. So my ears are open and in tune.
All
I know
right,
that's
all
right.
right,
I know
Prophet. It's
that's
good to
right.
see you. And definitely we're gonna go in and dive in, deep dive, we say. Talk about some really
Yeah.
good things, okay? So if you have a question, concern, Prophetess over there is probably gonna already have the question answered by the time you answer.
I
Sometimes
know
you
that's right.
ask
I
the
know.
question before you finish. It's already
Boy, I
answered.
wish I had her brains
Yes,
and her
yes.
fingers.
And so we're going to get started. And before we get started, I want to give our host with the most, Big B, Bill 1L Morgan,
Woo,
a hand. Big
woo,
B.
woo, 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 woo.
Hey,
Yo,
buddy,
man. Yo, man.
a little time off, buddy, and we going head in this week. We're going to definitely dive into some really good stuff. Got
Oh,
some
that's
good
good,
topics
man.
for us this week. Tell us though, Big B, you saying some changes are going on in the CDC's numbers and things
Yeah,
like
man.
that.
Yeah,
What's going
let's
on
put it like
over
this.
there?
Our numbers. Let me just say this across the board, there are increases. I'll just put that out there, okay? But the reality is, and of course, the way the board has laid out, it wasn't as easy for me to get the information together, but I did get it, Dr. P. For
Okay.
our early indicators, looking for our surveillance data, which comes in across the board each week. For our test positivity, guys, guess what? It's up to 10.8%, Dr. P. It was a
Wow.
whole.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. So we are there. We are
Yeah.
up for the visits now into the hospitals now. That's up to 1.6%. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and now for our severity indicators, Dr. P, it's gone up for hospitalizations for the 100,000. It's up to 1 point. No, actually, that one dropped down, Dr. P, to 1.3%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Okay.
it was at 2.1% before. So hospitalizations have gone down a bit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And overall deaths across the country right now, Dr. P, it was previous weekend 0.5%. It is now up to 0.6%. So that's kind of where we are, my friend.
Okay.
Looking at
Got it.
the board right now. All right.
Okay. All right. So we are keeping an eye on that. There have been some changes also in COVID more COVID cases have been popping up. I was trying to get a number, but we'll see if we can get those actual numbers. We're seeing, of course, people catching it, but again, the deaths are down, so we're keeping it low. We are going into the change of season, so hopefully you're doing the things that you have to do to prepare for the new season. All right. All right. So we're going to get started. And we're going to open up first with the testimonies. Haven't seen you all in a while, so hopefully you got some things that you want to talk about. I opened a conversation for you today. We're going to open up for testimonies. Testimonies go a long way. If you join us for the very first time, this is a place where we open up for testimonies because guess what? Somebody's either about to go in a storm, or coming out of a storm. No matter what, we want to be the support for you. That's what the family tree is all about. So we like to open up the floor. Anything on your heart and mind. This is a testimony time. That means every little thing counts. That means you might have had blood pressure doing better today. You might have heard something that you talked about here in the water or something that's going on. We want to give you a shout today. So if you have a testimony you want to share with the family, we want to wrap our arms around you today. The floor is officially open, Big B, for anyone with a testimony. Anyone with a testimony.
I have one, Dr. Ball.
All right, come on.
Who is that?
Corinda?
Dr. Corinda.
Dr. Corinda, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. What's going on?
I was talking to a patient the other day, diabetic, single man, who complains that, it's hard to cook for one person, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, no. I said, actually, it's easy. I said, you just have to plan. He said, but, I like to go to Waffle House, and I like that bacon just the way it is. I said, you know what? I said, my naturopath said something, because I always tell patients when they talk about how difficult it is to manage their diabetes, I always tell them carbohydrates. He said it's real simple. Number one, carbohydrates are to a diabetic what kryptonite is to Superman.
You got it.
I said, that's diabetes in a nutshell.
You got it.
And I said, also, my naturopath said something the other week. He said, one thing you have to do is you have to learn how to change get used to tasting things differently.
Yes.
So everything that you used to like that had high sugar and whatnot, I said, that's why your A1C level is 9.7. And he has a continuous glucose monitor, but he doesn't use it.
9 point. Ooh, yeah, he's up there.
So I told him, I said, keep on. I said, you're going to have a heart attack.
Is that you just told him straight like that? Yep.
Yeah.
You know what? You just got to do it in the face, Dr. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. It's
Did you say low
buds.
carb? I'm sorry. Did she say low carb?
I said carbohydrates are to a diabetic what kryptonite is to Superman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is so true. That is so true. So, with these things, people have to come to grips with taste buds. You got to get past being comfortable. And the part about being comfortable is that food is comforting for a lot of people. A lot of times when people have broke bread, nations have been built on breaking bread. So with that, people sometimes believe that by me giving up this certain food, I got to give up those good times and the good situations, like going over my mom's house and, on Sunday, Big Mama house,
buddy, I know.
eating that pie and all that. But guess what? It's not. It's just that you have to live a better quality life now. It's demanding now. People are getting chronic conditions left and right, and it's starting very early. So we got to break that vicious cycle. So thank you, Dr. Corinda. Let's give her a hand, y'all. Everybody give her a shout.
Thank you,
Dr. Corinda, for being the ambassador on the floor. She is out there doing it. Let's give her a hand, y'all. Come on. Give her a hand.
That's what's up. I tell you, man.
I like the just tell it like it is. That's it. You got to tell it like it is. If you don't tell them, who's going to tell them? That's what you got to ask too.
Surely not their doctor.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not touching that one.
You got that right. Okay, let's see who else we have. Anyone else with a testimony? Anything on your mind?
Can I speak now?
Sure.
Who is that? Go ahead. That's fine.
Faida.
All right.
Hey, Faida. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. Thank God. Hello, everyone.
Good.
So I'm thankful to the Almighty because I just came on the other side of brain surgery 2 weeks ago.
Go ahead
And I
now.
had an
All right.
appointment with Dr. Paul 2 weeks prior too. And we looked at my numbers, looked at my tests, and he had me on a plan. But of course, 2 weeks prior to surgery, you got to stop everything.
Uh-huh.
So what I did was I gave them Dr. Paul's green drink label. And they said, "Oh, that's food. Okay, you can keep taking that." I said, "Okay, thank
All
I
you."
heard
right
that.
now, that's
All right
right.
now.
There you go. There
Go
you
ahead
go.
now.
So
She's
That's
they
what you
setting
stopped
them
do.
up.
everything else. And I said, "Okay, so I can't take nothing else. I can't do what we wanted to do." So I did the green drink, my alkaline water, and basically was vegetables, raw and cooked. A couple of days I had a little chicken slipped up a little bit.
Ooh, I'm
But
telling you. I'm
for the
telling you.
most part, I had vegetables. So I wanted, and I wasn't out my pH. I was in an acidic level. So I worked really hard that 2 weeks, and I went into the surgery with an alkaline stomach. And when I came through, and I was able to get them to bring my green drink, it was just so much happening. I didn't get a chance to do the green drink, but I had my crystal geyser sitting right up in there. Every time they had me
Well,
drinking water, replacing my water, they went right in my closet. Your water's here, right? I said, mm-hmm. So they replaced my water with that. I told them about alkaline water, told them about the pH, and I came out and just so thankful that even though I couldn't take everything else that we planned, that I got my gut right before I went in. I didn't come
Yes.
out with no diseases, no MRSA, no nothing.
Yes.
And everybody, I just want to thank the University of Maryland Medical Center in Baltimore,
yes,
my
yes, yes,
family,
yes.
friends, they supported me. But the staff, they were amazing. But I just wanted to make a point about the crystal geyser, the alkaline water, and the green drink. Just those two things was the only thing I could do aside from the things that they said I couldn't take. And it got me through. And I'm thankful. And I'm just, here to make this testimony to what Dr. Paul is saying, even as simple as that.
Yes.
That
Yes.
works.
Yes. Yes.
It works.
Everybody come off mute for Faida.
So thank you, Dr.
Everybody.
Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you, community.
Yes.
Congratulations,
Come on,
y'all.
y'all. Come on, y'all. Throw
To
some
God be
hands
the
up for it. Throw
glory.
some
Praise
hands
you
up.
all. To God be the
Everybody should be throwing some
glory.
hands up for this sister right now.
Congratulations.
That's right. Faida,
Thank you.
you know,
Indeed. Yes, sir.
see, even when you're going through the procedure, you may have to go through something because you have something that has to be done. When you're doing that, you want to be at your best, and that's where you are. When you're at the best, that means your time for going through procedure is going to be better, but also your recovery happens faster. So with that, we are to commend you, Faida. Thank you so much for standing the ground, and thank you for the testimony because I think you helped somebody today. You
Yes, you
helped
did.
somebody. You helped somebody.
God willing, I did.
Yes, yes. Continue to, and then you spreading it also. Get my water.
Well, I know that's right.
They already know what water she wants.
Every shift change, every 2 days, they was like, "Oh, your water's in here." They would give them the brief. I was like, "Yeah, my water's over there in case I'm asleep."
They gotta
Put
get
the right water in my cup.
They get debriefing when they have the chance.
Yeah,
That's
man, that's
awesome. You
what's
keep
up.
up the
That's
great
what's up.
work.
See,
And, like you said, the green drink, the water, those are things that keep that alkalinity. When you're in the state of alkalinity, alkalosis, you're actually getting into a state where your body's in balance, that pH is in balance. So with that, good things and great things happen. So congratulations again. All right. All right. Good stuff, Big B.
yeah,
All
man,
right.
yeah,
Who
man.
else has a testimony? Anyone have a testimony?
I have something I want to share.
Okay. Who
Go
is
ahead.
that? Who is that?
That's Laura.
Laura, yes.
Hey, Laura.
Hi, how's everybody?
Wonderful,
right.
wonderful.
Okay, I bought a watermelon today off of the truck on the street because I wanted to make sure I got a watermelon with seeds.
Mm-hmm.
So I brought it home and I was getting ready to cut it. I said, wait, let me test this watermelon. So I
Well,
pulled out my green Nova.
Dun, dun, dun.
Uh,
Dun, 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 dun.
and I tested it and it came up red.
Oh.
And it said it was unsafe to eat. And I said,
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. I said, I'm throwing this thing away.
Well,
man.
And then I thought about it. I said, wait a minute. I said, I can't afford to throw this $20 in the trash now. Because I didn't feel like taking it back and going through all that hoopla. But anyway, I end up taking it back.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to the man, I said, can I return this watermelon? Because it's unsafe to eat. And his face, he found his face up, looking all frowned up. Say, how you know that? So I said, because I tested it and it came up that it was unsafe to eat because the nitrates it's too high. And he looked at me, he said, how can you tell? How do you know that? So I said, because I tested it. He said, tested it how? Do you have the tester? I said, yeah, I have it right here in my pocket. So he said, let me see. He said, let me test it. Well, he was going to he said, okay, I'll give you your money back. He was going to take the watermelon back. But he was so curious as to how.
Yes.
He was so curious as to how I knew.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, well, do you have the tester? So I said, yeah, I have it right here in my pocket. He said, well, let me see it. So I pulled it out and I set it up.
You went on mute.
Okay, so
Sorry.
I pulled out the tester and I set it up to watermelon and I gave it to him. And he said, well, you have to puncture it or something, don't you? I said, yeah. So he stuck it in the watermelon and it came up red and he bent down and read it. And he said, oh, yeah.
Oh, my
So he
goodness.
said, okay. And he gave me my money back. He said, yeah, well, I'll take it back. And he took it back and gave me my money.
First of all, we got to unpack that. We got to unpack that in so many ways. First off, everybody come off mute for Laura for doing the job of investigation. She put on
Congratulations, Laura.
Yes,
That's the
Laura. That is
Congratulations,
awesome.
Laura.
Yeah, well, I take all my vegetables, all my fruits and
Dr.
Laura.
Paul taught you well.
Boy,
I
Laura,
take all my fruit and vegetables before I eat them.
Laura, you better
Let
put
her
that
teach
long
us.
jacket on you like Columbo. You Oh, that is awesome. See, now, I would have, you put him on notice about what's going on. Now he's really concerned about that because that's what he has probably been marketing for a long time. Watermelons with seeds. But like we see, nitrate levels are high. Why? Because they grow from the ground. Remember I told y'all they're saturating the soil. I had to do the same thing, Laura. I had to throw away a watermelon, a cantaloupe, and several other fruits and vegetables because they were in the ground. And I said, you know what? This is getting out of control. And it was at 9,000. What was your number at? What was the number? Do you remember?
I can't remember. I think it was like 1,200.
Yeah. So we know that that's way over the numbers. And when you see that red pop up, you can't mess with that. You can't mess with that. Now, one last thing for you. I'm curious. Did you tell them how to get the actual tester? Because that would be advantageous for him.
He didn't ask me, so I didn't volunteer.
That's interesting because I would have said, hey, let me see that tester because if I'm going to purchase or get that from my farm.
I had it. I gave it to him so he could stick his own watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
And he did.
And it came up bad too?
Right, and he read it. It was red. It came up and it said unsafe to eat.
Yeah.
He read it.
Wow.
And if he had asked where I got it from, I would have told him.
But he didn't even want to know.
Ask, so I just got my money and left.
Yeah, wow, you just opened up something. So everybody come off mute for Laura. Give her a hand, y'all.
Yes.
Come on.
Congratulations. Yes.
Coming in, but congratulations.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Wow, that was a knockout punch right there. You knocked him right on that. Now give me my money back.
And I started to throw it away, but I said, no, that's $20. I can't be throwing $20.
No, that's right.
And I was just hoping he would give me my money back. If not, I would have just walked away and left him with that watermelon.
Right,
He would
right.
have had the watermelon $20 because I was going to throw it away anyway.
Yeah, and if you're listening for the very first time and wonder what we're talking about the green tester. These are green testers that are testing the nitrite levels, and the nitrite levels are being exuberantly pushed into the soil right now, and it's at a level that's so high that becomes dangerous. Now, remember, all plant life does have nitrites and nitrates. Those are the natural forms that happen with fruits and vegetables. But when they get so high to the level because of mass production and they're oversaturating the soil, trying to keep it up, get that money moving, right? What's happened? It oversaturates the soil. Now it gets into those that are grew, especially like beet roots, things like
Yep.
radish,
Yep.
lettuce. Excuse me, things like celery, things
And
like that.
turnips.
Turnips. Yep. Anything that's in the soil. The roots, yep. Because most of the times, if you're doing fruits that hang from trees, usually you don't have that problem. You don't have that problem. So, Laura, thank you so much for that input. That's a great testimony. For anyone else that needs that, you can go to Amazon, get this from anywhere. You just punch in green tester. Maybe I'll pull one out so I can show you what it looks like.
Send it to the chat box.
It really works. Yep. And you can actually, and if you're Prophetess, you already put it in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
The link where you can actually purchase it.
Yes, sir.
It's the most important thing that I'm telling you everybody has to have. I took it with me up in the Poconos, and I found something that was bad. Yep, I found garlic that was bad, so I had to throw it. I was like, wow, this is interesting. So keep it in mind. We're going to keep on point. Thank you so much, Laura. And we're going to stay on point, y'all, as a family, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yep. All right.
Dr. Paul, real quick. I have organic blueberries in my refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how organic is. It doesn't last long. It's been over a month and a half, and they look like they just came out of the ground.
Like brand
like
new.
off the tree.
Oh
And
my.
they have not spoiled, they have not withered, and I'm like, I'm not eating that.
It's a lie.
Yeah. Now, I wasn't able. Hello? I was not able to bring forward this weekend, but there was a release that came out just last week about the chlorpyrifos. Y'all remember the chlorpyrifos I was telling you about?
That's the word I can't say.
Yeah, you say it 3 times fast, right? Well, the chlorpyrifos, actually, they had a warning out that it was actually, now they know it causes lung problems. You remember I told you it was, there was a report that was coming out of Puerto Rico where they were, the companies like Monsanto were doing heavy spraying. And this heavy spraying was happening to the point where the people that were next to this, like the homes that were left and right of the factory where they were doing all this stuff, or the spraying on the fields, children started having pneumothorax, which actually means lung collapse. The collapse, literally their lungs were collapsing. They denied that it was actually coming from that. But now studies have come out that says that, yes, they have proved that this is a contagion that causes lung problems, and it will shut down the actual lung. So I will try to see if I can bring that out and see what that specific article was. But there was a latest report. So I'm moving up to the point with those blueberries. You got to be careful. The highest of the sprayed is blueberries, strawberries, spinach and kale and papaya. Those are the highest ones. So what are you doing?
And you think you're buying organic and you think you're safe, but they're organic and they have not spoiled.
They have not spoiled. Let me tell you, some of the signs, that you can, that can affect you is weakness, or what we call phantom pains. Phantom pains. Phantom pains is like you pick up something small, like something small off a table, and ow, and you get those sharp pains in the body, in the knees, and the joints, and the ligaments. Those are some of the signs of chlorpyrifos. Because it's an insecticide. Ultimately, it's an insecticide, and it deals with it can damage the nervous system. So we try to make sure, if you ever see this stuff, make sure you're washing. If something not breaking down, that's a sign. Yep, yeah, that's a sign. So just stay on base as much as you can. Where did you get them from? Do you
I
remember
believe
where
I
you got
got
them?
those from. It was either Whole Foods or Trader Joe's.
Ooh, not good, not good.
Yeah, it was either Whole Foods or Trader Joe's
Now,
because those.
did you
Go
test it
ahead.
for nitrates? Did you test it for nitrates?
I don't have the tester, but I didn't get to the blueberries, as fast as I wanted to. And I'm like, these blueberries been in here a long time. So first, when 2 weeks went by, I was like, okay, usually you'll see like some of them start to, get moldy, but it didn't happen. So then I left them in there just to see. And it's been a month and a half and they look good.
Wow. Wow.
They
Yeah.
look good. Not only that, we had some like Italian roll, like the bread. And there's one piece that's left in the bag, and it's been over 3 months, and that bread has not molded.
Yeah, yeah. There's something wrong with that.
Yeah,
You know,
I
there's something
haven't
wrong
I'm
with
found
like,
any
that.
we're
bread
doing all
that
kind of
molds
stuff to
lately.
this food.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There was a spray. The whole purpose of these sprays is that they're also altering the DNA of the foods. So what does that mean? They're altering the starch, the manganese, and with the manganese, they can actually change and alter the ability for it to produce or reproduce or not produce at all. And with them monitoring this, they're also trying to boost the ability for these things to resist pesticides because they know that they have to raise the level of pesticides. So what do they have to do? They have to make sure it doesn't affect the crop. So they have to now inject the seed the same way. So it's a rise of toxicity happening all around us. So be careful with that. Be careful with that.
Yeah.
If you have, I'm sure you're not gonna eat that, right? You're not gonna eat
No,
that,
I'm
right?
not.
All right.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I
definitely
probably
toss
wouldn't have
it.
been on here tonight
That's
if I
right.
ate that thing.
That was a test. That was a test. But thank you for the input. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Let's give her a hand. Let's give Bianca a hand, y'all. Let's give her a hand. Come on, come on.
Congratulations.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing that. That's a
You're
testimony.
welcome. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Y'all got some good testimonies. These are out in the field testimonies right here. All right, Big B, you there? Where's Big B? Did he get back in here? Did he
And we're
drop off?
taking questions. I have a question from Facebook.
Yeah, he said he's talking.
Oh, okay.
He's on mute.
He's on mute. Big B, you're on mute.
Me off by accident. Okay, we
Yeah.
good. Yep.
Okay, you good. I thought you stepped out, man.
I have a question, Dr. Paul, from Facebook.
Okay,
Yes.
all right.
They usually get lost.
Is this a testimony or a question?
Oh, no, this is a question.
It's a
Yeah,
question.
let's get these testimonies. Anybody
okay.
else have a testimony just before
I
we
have
go?
testimony.
Yes,
Okay, Joan.
Joan.
Hey, Joan.
Hi. Dr. Paul, I have visited the place that I am going to move into about 3 weeks ago. And when I came home, I noticed I had a scratchy throat. So I was around strange people and I didn't have a mask on. And I tried to do a little dance to join into the party. And it's a senior citizens residence. And I started getting a cold and getting a cough. So I started taking my herbs and stuff. And then I went to Wayne Avenue and talked to Rashid and got my vitamins. And he told me to take this olive leaf antibiotic that's natural. So my doctor didn't want me to come into the office because they thought I had COVID and I tested negative. And then he sent me to my nurse practitioner. So when I went to her and she said, well, your lung sounds clear. And, I said, I got a cough and I got the phlegm that's coming up. So she said, I'm going to write you an antibiotic, but what I want you to do is you continue using the natural stuff and don't put this junk in your body, okay?
What?
A nurse practitioner. She said, you continue to use the natural herb because, like I said, nothing sounds, your lungs and everything is clear, your blood pressure, everything. She said, and I'm gonna give you the prescription.
I love nurses.
Don't you get this prescription filled and don't put this junk.
Well, I heard. Go ahead. Go ahead. See, that's what's up. Go ahead. See that, Joan?
Well, first of all, let's get Joan a hand, y'all. Everybody come off mute for Joan. This is good. This is really good. This is really good.
Good, yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow, Joe, that is awesome. That's an awesome testimony. You know, I know that probably froze you a little bit. You're like, wait a minute, what'd you
I
say?
laughed. I fell out. I said, but you're a nurse practitioner. I said, you know about the herbs? She said, oh, yeah, I know about all the herbs. I said, okay, thank you. You know about the green drinks? Yes, I know about the green drinks.
My favorite. I love nurses.
See?
Yes.
See?
And then she said, now get on out of here.
That's what she said.
Get on my phone.
Yep, people are tired of these pharmaceutical companies trying to take control. They are going back
I know
to where
people
we
are.
came from.
The gate is wide open. People are wide awake right now. People are
Yep.
not taking anymore. People are sick and tired of being sick and tired, y'all.
Yeah, I know that's right.
You know,
I know
you
that's
can't
right.
continue to take something and expect a different change, and you're going back in. You remember what they said? That was what that was the whole point of insanity is that you're doing something over and over, expecting
a
and it's
different
not
result.
happening.
Getting the
It's
different.
not happening. Expecting a different result and it's happening at the same time. So
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
yeah. So thank you, Joan. Appreciate you. That was a great testimony.
Thank
Get on out of here.
He dropped the mic and walked out the room.
Get out of my room.
Stuff. Don't you take the stuff I'm about to give you.
Huh? Don't put it in your body.
Don't put this in your body. All right. Excellent. All right. Anyone else have a testimony before we go into questions?
Yes.
Okay. Who is that?
That's Mella.
Mella.
Mella, go ahead, Mella.
What's up, Mella?
Hi, everybody. I'm doing good. In fact, I have gotten my water right. I'm drinking now the half of the body weight converted to ounces. In a couple days, I might be just a little bit less. But for the most part, I do it. Nice. And now, when I blend my fruit in the morning, I just put in my 3 scoops of green drink, and I don't have the arthritis pain as I had before. And I'm just thanking the Lord that through Jesus Christ, I am maintaining.
Yeah.
All right. See.
Awesome.
That's what's up. That's what's up, y'all.
Everybody come off the mute for Mella.
Mella. Yes,
all right.
indeed.
Throw some hands up for it, y'all.
Yeah,
Throw some hands up.
Congratulations.
That's right.
Remember the song, Can't Beat God's Gift? Well.
Yes. Awesome.
That's great to hear.
That
That's
is
great
awesome to hear.
Yes.
And, you know, and it takes just a little bit of applying the principle. You don't have to do everything overnight. Just take your time. Start a little bit at a time. Graduate slowly. But you can see the results. And when you raise that alkalinity, Melody, the body said, I don't have to go after them knees no more. I don't have to go after the joints and the ligaments no more. Got it? So it's based on the principles of pH. So congratulations to you. Okay? Keep up the good work. All right? All right. Let's see.
Thank you.
And let's see. Who else we have? Anyone else?
I have a testimony, Dr. Paul.
Yes.
That sounds like Marche. What's up, Marche? She chilling, ain't she, Big B? Look at her. She's just chilling. She got the lean on.
I'm tired. I'm trying to get back on my bed schedule, but it's so hard on Wednesdays.
Yep.
I want to celebrate a year being here almost every Wednesday with Dr. Paul. And you
Stop it right there. Stop it right there. Come on, give her a hand. Give her a hand. It's been a year. We get a year.
Great.
It's been a year. Great. Wow. It's been a year.
A year every Wednesday. I almost never miss no Wednesdays.
Wow.
And when I'm busy at a barbecue, I gotta hear your voice. I got to. I just turn on the Zoom.
Bless her heart.
I turn on the Zoom. And I gotta hear your voice. It's embedded in me.
Bless you, bless your heart, girl. That's the girl right there.
I'm very grateful. I went to the African Culture Forum store here in West Philly, and I found raw castor oil.
Yes. Okay.
I'm so grateful. I can rub this on my thyroids.
Yes.
I'm very grateful. I'm done my mind care. I did all my mind cares. No more. I gotta go back.
Okay.
I'm sucking on clothes to keep
all
my
right.
fresh.
Well,
I got clove water.
Well, go ahead now.
I'm almost up to the water in weight in ounces, right?
Right.
Today I spent like $100 on everything I wanted today. I went to Nourish to go see Sarah.
Okay.
And I ate at Nourish.
Yes.
So this was me celebrating a year being with Dr. Paul and you all. I got me some black soap. Got me some new shea butter.
Excellent.
always got this with me.
Well,
I'm just so grateful,
To
y'all.
put
Y'all
on
just don't
television.
know.
Yes, give her a
Love it.
hand, y'all.
yeah,
She is
go
I'm just,
ahead.
grateful.
I'm just
Come
so
on, come on,
grateful,
come on,
y'all.
Yes.
everybody,
So,
So
come
so
out of
on.
here to
grateful.
be so
Come on,
young.
Yes,
That's
come on.
excellent.
Oh,
Yeah.
you go
That's
tell
right.
it.
That's
I'm so
right. That's
No,
grateful.
right.
that's
That's
right.
Go
amazing.
tell
Let the
somebody.
young
Keep up
people.
the
Go
great
ahead,
work,
girl.
That's right.
Rochelle.
See what
Yep.
see what
See,
happened when you
Well
eat
see.
done.
when you eat right and you get the good stuff. You got a happy heart. There you
I
go,
know
a
that's right.
happy
I
heart.
know that's
That's
Yeah.
right,
right.
buddy.
That's right.
Yeah, buddy.
This is
I
Congratulations,
just wanted to
Marcia.
encouraging.
hop on and share that excitement because I'm so pumped up today.
Hmm.
But I'm tired at the same time. But yeah, I had to hang in there and say hi
Yes.
to you all.
Oh,
So
Well,
now
we appreciate you,
we
Marcia. I want
appreciate
you
you,
to
I
know that
Marcia.
for
appreciate each
real.
and every one of y'all for showing up on
Appreciate
this
you.
call. And I
Yes.
just learned so much from everybody. And I always brag about all the testimonials to my family. They tired of me. They be like, what you doing? They were like, what you
What's your
doing? I'm
other
like, I'm listening
family?
to Dr. Paul. They always complaining to me about their stomach, their heart, their knees. And I just say, y'all need to call Dr. Paul because I'm about to go see him on Friday the 13th. So you know that's special.
Well, I know that's right. Yeah, don't even be playing, huh,
Oh
Marcia?
my
We know what's
goodness.
up.
Y'all know I
Yes.
don't play. I'll be in his office this Friday, I think. I think it's this Friday. But
No,
yeah.
not this Friday. You probably
Oh,
it's
next
about
Monday?
it's next week, but I don't think it's Friday.
Oh,
We'll
I'm
get you
too
there.
excited. I
You
told
are
you I'm
so
too
excited.
excited.
You are
Okay.
so excited. She got the
Oh,
bless her
I
heart,
see him
y'all.
on Monday.
Yes, yes.
Where did you find the black castor oil?
I found
at
it
ACAF.
at yes,
Mm-hmm.
Where?
yes.
Where?
Okay.
ACAF.
Tell
Mm-hmm.
her, tell her,
ACAF.
Marcia.
African Cultural Art Form.
On
Mm-hmm.
52nd Street?
Mm-hmm. Right on
Yes,
52nd
ma'am.
Street. Yep.
Yeah,
Nice,
okay. I know
nice
where
Yeah.
that
place.
is. I know where
Yeah.
that
And
is.
I actually brung someone on a call that I met in the store, and she's on here now. She already knew Dr. Paul, and
Okay.
she's in here and she juiced, and she about to do my juices for 72 hours, y'all.
Woo!
I am so excited. I'm
Pump,
You
pump,
are
pump,
so
pump,
pumped
pump,
up.
excited.
pump,
She
pump,
is
She's
pump.
gonna miss
fired
you, girl. She's gonna
up.
miss you.
She is
She's not gonna
fired
leave
Feel
that
better.
gas
I
in
want
her
to feel
car.
better. I want to feel better
That's
Yes,
right.
so
We
I
yes,
can
want to
yes.
travel the
feel
Yes,
world
better.
praise
We
God
God.
want to,
again.
bless you.
yes,
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 indeed, Marcia.
Stay
yes.
That's
on
what
the
We
it's
good
all
foot.
about.
understand.
Stay on the
Yes.
good foot.
That's
I'm proud of
exactly
you.
what
Congratulations,
it's all
Marche.
about.
So proud of you, girl. I
Yeah,
tell you, I
man.
can't wait to see you.
Yes,
And
Keep it
yes,
just
up,
yes.
Marcia.
she that energy, boy. You better. We call that when
Hey,
you have somebody with that much energy. We call that pixie dust. You just rub elbows with them when you see them. You rub elbows with them. Say, give me
hey,
some of that
Marcia,
energy.
we learned how to bottle that. We can sell that bad boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank
Yes.
you all. You all
Thank
have a
you.
good night. I'm
All
listening
right,
to.
love.
All
Thank you
right.
so
Thank you,
much.
Marche. Thank
See,
you so
Thank you,
that's
much.
great,
Marcia.
Appreciate
man.
you.
See,
All right.
that's what's up, man.
That's it.
See,
That's it. That's
see.
the
She's
energy,
not
y'all.
playing.
See
She's
what
not
happens
playing.
when you get that energy. When we get real energy from
Yeah,
real
buddy.
food, it changes everything about you. It changes your outlook. You start to look back at stuff that was hanging you up. All that stuff don't worry you no more because
I
you know
know that's
what? There's
right.
no
Yes,
price
yes,
for
yes,
feeling good. There's no
yes.
price for feeling
Right.
good, y'all. Let me tell you.
Living
Sure will
testimony.
lower your blood pressure
No
too.
price for feeling good. You know, when them days you were feeling so bad you couldn't even enjoy being out with your friends and family.
I
But then
know.
when you feel good, you better take advantage of that. You know, do the right thing, stay on point. So congratulations, Marche. Congratulations.
And to be so young, I'm proud of her.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She's gonna be young. She's gonna be young as me in a minute, Kamar.
Yeah. All right. Who else we got? Anybody else have a testimony before we go to questions and answers? Anyone want to share with the family?
Yeah, I'll do a real quick one.
Go
Real
ahead,
quick.
Carol.
Okay. I love his backgrounds. He got the sixes back there,
Yeah, but it's
man.
great, man.
You in, boy.
Karen
Oh,
on
Gotta
the
get
court.
some
On the
green
court.
back there.
Karen will always have some good backgrounds.
Gotta get some green back there, Karen. We gotta get those eagles up there.
Yes.
That's next week. That's
You
next
long
week.
distance
Hey, Nisa, that's
Eagles
next week.
fan.
That's next week. Yeah.
it may happen tonight after this quick testimonial, but
Uh-oh.
Okay. All right.
real quick. I have a friend that could not sleep, having problems sleeping. Finally, she listened and went out, hugged a tree, and then called me and said, "Oh," and told me a story. She's able to sleep. So
All right.
See
there?
there?
See, that makes the difference right there. So she said she was not able to sleep.
Yeah,
And
she was
then,
having problems sleeping. And, man, I get tired of talking. We had this discussion about 3 weeks ago. I get tired of talking to people and they don't listen. So, but she called me and said, I was having problems sleeping and whatnot. So I finally took your advice and I went out, and stepped on the grass, hugged the tree, and then she was able to sleep. And
wow, see there? See there? Give Karen a hand, y'all. Give him a hand. Give Karen a hand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Well done, Karen. Well
now
well
another
Yeah.
to veggie back. Oh, you almost got me with the
I
piggy.
almost got you.
I caught myself. But on another note with that, same person was mentioning for months now about tests for lupus and rheumatoid arthritis. I got a call today. I kept telling her to call you, and for months now. I just give up. So today she called and still on that thing, and I just say, I'm not even gonna say anything else. It's your help. And I searched today. I've been searching the chat notes forever, looking for things, but these classes go by so fast, and I can't find them in there. But there was a discussion on that a few weeks ago about rheumatoid arthritis, and I just have to keep searching to find it. But if she wants to keep going to the doctors and getting all these tests, that's on her. It's her body. But I can't make her call you.
Yeah,
So
you're doing your best
all you
with
can
that.
do.
You know what you can do. Yep, and that's all you're required to do is just let people know, so that every time they run into you, they're going to hear the same message they heard, no matter if it was this year, next year, or the following years. Because when you are really a true understander, in true understanding, I'll say, and clarity about what's happening, then you can't be shaken. Once you hear this concepts of what, it's a godly principle and it works, all you got to do is stay alkaline. Then you say to yourself, well, what am I doing? Why am I doing anything else but staying alkaline? The problem that people are having, they're caught in these vicious cycles. And these vicious cycles are tearing people down. They're in a state of too much acid. So stay off the acid. You start to get the alkaline. The body has no choice but to correct itself. That means you can't stop yourself from getting well.
That's
If you
right.
just do right. We say, if you know right, do right.
Do right.
You got it. You got it.
Well,
So congratulations, brother.
Yeah, she just keeps saying, can I do this my way? Oh, sure, you could do it your way and get the results you're getting. Sure.
Looking for a way out.
See, that's what you're wrestling with right there. It's the people wanting to do their way. And I deal with this all the time. Every week I go in and say, all right, who am I wrestling with this week? I'm wrestling because they're like, well, can I do this? Can I do that? I said, no, you can't. You can do it if you want to, but not to get the results that you want. You want the results. There's a level of obedience, and we have to stay on point. You got it? It's a level of obedience. So it's
don't
tough.
Stop talking, Karen, because you never know what's sticking.
Yeah,
that's right.
You never do. That's the truth.
Yeah, they hear you.
What was that first part you said, Nita?
I said, don't stop talking because you never know what's sticking.
Well, yeah, okay.
It gets frustrating.
I got you.
But just.
Hey, Karen, I want you. Can you send me or text me your information, your telephone number? I thought I had your number. I have a gentleman that he lives in Florida and he wants to talk to you about that mammy sapote, the tree. And are there any? How many farms are down there? Is there a lot around your area?
And in what part of Florida?
Yeah, there's some in Homestead, which is south of Miami. For me, that's an hour drive, which is nowhere's too far from me. And there's some in West Palm Beach, which is 45 minutes to an hour north of me. So
text me over your number, okay? I thought I had you in my book. I tried to find you today. I couldn't find your number.
No,
All
I'll
right.
send it to you now. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you, brother. Appreciate
All
you.
right.
Thanks for
Okay.
that testimony, man. Congratulations,
You're
man.
welcome.
Stay
Thank
on
you.
point, brother. Stay on
Okay.
point.
All
All
right.
right.
Will do. Bye-bye.
All right. All right. Let's see. Who
Dr.
else we
Paul,
got
I'm
here?
sorry, before we get too far, Marche said something about cloves and water. She put cloves in the water.
Yeah. See, cloves and water. Cloves do so much because it's one of the number one parasite formulas. So if you just take clove tea, a lot of times on Saturday morning when y'all see me on radio, if y'all watching me online, I'm drinking clove tea. Clove is very good because it's not only antibacterial, but it has antiparasitic, very high in antiparasitic. And all you got to do is just, take a little bit and just put it right in a steeper, put some hot water, and just let it steep for about 3 minutes. And next thing you know, you got it. And it's very clearing with your sinuses. It's also very good for your gums. Like if you take it in like a pesta mortar and like in a powder, you can rub that right on your gums and it numbs your gums.
Oh, that part I knew.
Yep.
I just didn't know about drinking it. Thank you.
Yeah, good stuff. So it's got a lot of good stuff to it. Anti-inflammatory. All right. Okay. All right, good stuff. All right. Anyone else have a question or actually a testimony before we go into the questions? Anyone?
Dr. Paul?
Yes.
I just want to share that I chew the whole cloves.
Okay, who is that?
Mella.
Hey, Noah.
Mella.
You said Mella?
Yeah, Mella.
Okay.
Mella from Delaware.
Mella. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you chew the whole clove?
I do too. I do too.
You swallow it?
I just know. I just suck on it and suck on it and suck on it.
Right, Marcy?
It has a good aroma too. People sometimes you can put if you have an aroma plate, you know how you take the aroma incense and you can put it in a plate and it'll actually put it right on your stove and add a little bit of water to it and it actually gives a great aroma to the home.
Okay.
It gives it's very, very good and it has a very strong potency, but it's very mild. It's not too strong. Add that with something like cinnamon and you can get a right nice smell just in the house, things like that. So good stuff.
I used to hate it on our ham for Thanksgiving. I used to hate it, but it'd be on my piece of ham, and I'll chew it up real fast and spit it out so nobody wouldn't see me because I used to think I was gonna get in trouble for it when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, right. But you know what? That's why they put it in.
That's why they put it in. Yep.
They put it in hands to kill the parasites.
To draw out the buggies.
Yeah, to draw out the worms. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay, so now we're going to get started. I guess that's it, Big B, for the testimonies, and we can go into anyone have a question, anything they want to share.
Well, that's on the top, very top. We want to get some of the earlier questions in from Nella about. She said a genetic disease like Turner syndrome. What is it that causes Turner syndrome? And can it be reversed?
Are you saying Turner syndrome?
Yeah, Turner syndrome. TURNER syndrome.
Well,
what causes it and can it be reversed?
Well, remember, any type of syndromes means that they have no idea what's going on.
What it is.
That's what it is. And if I were to look up specifically, there's so many different ones out there. Looks like this is a chromosome disorder. This is what I'm reading this off here because there's so many out here. There's no way of knowing all of them. A chromosome disorder in which a female is born with only an X chromosome. Now, usually when you're handing over a lot of chromosomes, that has to be really, dive in deep because that's coming from DNA. That's a DNA issue. What I would start to ask is, what are some of the symptoms or problems or the things that they're having? Some of them will be developmental problems. I would have to deep dive with that and find out what's more about that, but also look into Turner's syndrome. I would definitely encourage them to go deeper in the research. If it's something that affects them or their family members, deep dive into the research, get into the research of what's happening with that. And, if it's affecting their family, there's a lot of things that are out here that, there's possibilities and potential for a lot of things. I would have to look into deeper with that one, Turner syndrome. So I can't really speak on it. I would have to do some more research and get back to her on that. Okay.
Okay.
But definitely, I don't give up on nothing. I'm gonna tell y'all now. I believe that God works out something for everybody and everything. It's
Amen.
perfect. I
That's a
believe that.
fact.
I truly believe it. There's not much that I've seen that can't be turned around. If so, I mean, there's some things, but I always ask the person, well, what are you suffering from? What is it causing? What is the problem? So I would have more information on that I would need. Okay. So definitely, just give me the information. I'll look that up for you. Okay. All right. Let's see.
All right.
Anything, Big B?
Yeah, there's another question a little further down. Some that were up a little further, our prophet has already answered. So, like you say, listen, if you ask a question, sometimes prophets with our
Prophetess
fingers going
already
up. You
got
have
it
to.
done.
Well,
She
it's already
already
there, so
got it.
don't even be playing with it. You know. Okay. Okay, so Shokan, I guess, and she's gonna be up to ask a question. I mean, she said, I have a bump on my eye that I can't seem to get rid of. Friday will be what, 3 weeks? I can't seem to find eye bright drops. I've been making tea with eye bright and golden seal root and putting that hot compress in my eye. So
that sounds about right. Yep.
Okay, you there?
Yeah, that's right.
You got your hand up. Are you still there? There we go.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right,
so
go ahead.
what happened is it started out, let me tell you the backstory. It started out as a sty, right? On this eye right here. So now I'm being all extra, thinking I'm doing some eye wash with a goggle with some what was it? Aquapana water, because I didn't have no crystal, guys. I said, let me do aquapana because I got the glass bottle. I did that and it burned. I said, wait, how is my eye burning? This is water. So I was like, I don't know what's going on. I put the hot compress on it. Then I couldn't get in touch with you because you didn't have a segment. So I'm like, all right, well, let me go to the herb store on Wayne Avenue. So I go there and the guy's like, oh, we all out of eye bright. I'm like, what? So he was like, well, just put a dab of what's this oil? I brought it. What was this oil? I bought the oil nonetheless, and that didn't work. Oh, lavender. So I bought the lavender oil. I put that on there. I ain't feel nothing. Nothing happened. And then I put castor oil on it, and it still is not going away. You see, it's still there. But what I've been doing, so then I went to Penn Herb to see if they had some eye bright. They did not have eye bright, but they sold me these bags of thing and these separate bags to put the tea in. So I put 1 scoop of golden seal, 1 scoop of the eye bright, boil it, drink the drink, but then put the hot compress on my eye.
Now here's what I would do. And that's all good. The hot compresses are doing well. What I would start to get into, do you remember we had a class called the meibomian gland massage? Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
It's called the meibomian gland massage. So you would take it like this. Are you watching me right here?
I'm watching.
You're watching it and you're pulling down like this. Pulling down. You got to massage those areas of the lids. There could be you're attacking it as if it was a bacteria or something. So that's what the golden seal and things are. But what you're trying to do is make sure that you're giving it proper discharge. See, there's oils in those glands that actually move through, and sometimes they get blocked. So sometimes you just want to make sure that you don't have a dysfunction in that area where it's not secreting properly. And that's coming from the eyelids. So that means you would start the massage. So along with that hot compress, after you put the hot compress on, I would go in and start the massage. Start about maybe 5 minutes of just massaging at a time until you can start to see it move. It's possibly that it's just a little bit of that is congested in that area of the lid, the eyelids. So just start that. And if you need more information, go on like YouTube and you can see the process of a meibomian gland massage.
Massage, right.
Yeah. It's spelled MEI B as in boy, O M as in Mary, IAN, meibomian gland. And that's what blocks up when people they say, well, I don't have tears anymore, or
That's
I didn't come
me.
out. Yeah, that's what happens.
I can't cry even though I want to.
That's what's happening. So those glands, those little ducts get blocked. So that's what the massage is about. So go in there. It's good to do that. You know what I do? I try to do it every night before I go to bed. You know, if you're in the bathroom and you're before you go to bed, just massage it a little bit. You know,
Okay.
and then when you wake up in the morning, do another real quick massage. It only takes about 5 minutes of doing, but
Okay.
it's very effective. Now the different types of oils that you have will help you with that, but I think you just need a good hot compress, and with
Hmm.
that heat will help to move that
Okay.
oil. Okay, so give it a try.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank you.
All
The
right. Thank
All
you.
massage,
right.
the YouTube clip for that massage is in the chat box, is in twice.
You're
Okay.
amazing. Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent. Excelente.
All right. All right.
All
All right.
right. Take care. Keep us up to date, okay? Let us know
Yes,
how
you know
that
I
works
will.
out.
I'm gonna be on
Okay.
testimony next Wednesday.
There you
Well,
go.
go
There
ahead
you
with your
go.
bad self.
I
I heard
love
that.
the
I heard
Ziggy.
that.
I love the energy today. I love y'all energy.
Great day today,
Y'all
Doc. I'm telling you,
energy is
man.
over the top.
Okay. One other question then would go to Bianca. What's good for someone that has chronic hiccups that never stop?
Oh
Val's
goodness.
asking.
Yeah. I get that one a lot. That's a reflex. You know, something is happening. You know, there's a couple of things we had. There was a herb that we had for hiccups. Wait a minute. Give me a second. I gotta think. I gotta go back in the archives of my mind. um, see, remember, it's almost like a reflex. It's a reflex where is this for a child or is an adult? What is this for?
Val, is it for a child or an adult?
Adult.
The adult?
It's an adult. Now,
Uh-huh.
what were they having this from? Was it something that happened? Has it been going on for a long time? How long has it been going on? Just if we can get just probing a little bit.
For a couple years after heart surgery.
Ooh, ooh,
Wow.
ooh, wow. Yeah. And that's so when that's happening, are these like just light hiccups once in a while, or is it kind of chronic? Where it's
Chronic.
happening all it's chronic?
Yes.
Wow. So with that, you definitely want to do there's some specific herbs that we use for hiccups. And this is not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. So remember, it's like a reflex. It's something that the system is triggering that it has to move on. It's almost like a sneeze or a cough or something to get out. So when you're having hiccups, it can be a reflex. There are some herbs specifically used for that. Now, one was that same one called lobelia.
Mm-hmm.
Lobelia. Lob as in boy, Elia. Got it? And they call it the Indian tobacco. That's what they call it, the Indian tobacco. But that's also the one that curbs the desire to smoke. Got it? So it deals with um urges, and it also deals with addictions and things like that, but it has very effectiveness with hiccups. It's been known to be very effective with hiccups. So that's the one that just comes to mind right now, lobelia, Lobelia. You can get it in a tea. I would recommend, because it's actually something that's going on, we say not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent disease, just food for the soul. Take it as a hot tea. Get the actual lobelia tea itself and drink it hot. Okay. And that maybe you want to also add something like a peppermint. Okay. Peppermint soothes. Okay. So peppermint or spearmint, either one of those two can help with that process too. That'll give it a little bit. So that'll be good also for the digestion. See, sometimes they're saying that the reflex is coming from something in the intestinal line. It could be coming from the stomach. Something is causing a digestive reflex that you like that. So with
Mm-hmm.
that being the case, you got to calm that down. And that's what lobelia, that's what peppermint, all of the calmatives are in that line. Chamomile, all of those that are dealing with digestive issues. Marshmallow is another one.
Okay.
Marshmallow.
Okay, marshmallow, and that's not marshmallow that you got on the campfire, y'all. It's marshmallow root, and also ginger helps a little bit of that also. So all of those in that line, you kind of looking at that, stay around in that wheelhouse right there. But I would take it as a hot tea. Those are the way I would take it, as a hot tea, and that usually helps to soothe the intestinal line, the digestive properties that are going on, because something is causing that reflex. And you said there was a heart surgery at one time?
Yes, he had heart surgery.
Yeah. So there could have been some things, and this could be the post effects of that, definitely. So,
Thank you.
yeah. All right. So hopefully that helps you, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All
Okay.
right, Dr. Hall.
Wait,
Let's
Bill,
go ahead.
my
Go ahead,
Facebook
Prophet.
question, because we don't want to lose Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Let's
right.
get Facebook in the house. Facebook. What's up,
Get
y'all?
kids in the house. Phyllis Wynn gets in the house over there.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. Go back to 750. Darn it. I had it till I put that information in. Okay. Irene's question is, I have CoQ10 200 milligrams,
Yes.
PPQ 200 milligrams.
200, not 220.
She says 200
She
milligrams
has.
of CoQ10 and 200 milligrams of PPQ. Is that too much to take?
Yeah, PQQ is not that high.
Yeah.
PQQ is only about maybe 20 milligrams. You way over the top. If you had 200, you way out the park. That's way too much.
Okay.
Yeah, that's usually, she probably means 20.
Yeah,
20,
probably so.
maximum 40. Maximum 40 is like a daily recommendation. So I would really say that's way too high. Yeah. But what's happening with what was the CoQ10 again? What was that number on?
She said 200 milligrams.
200. It was 200, 200.
Right, 200 and 200. I would say it's probably saying 200.
And 20.
It's probably saying 200 on the front as CoQ10, but if you look really close, it'll probably say about 20 PQQ, because that's way too high. You can't have PQQ that high. Okay, because that's usually, it doesn't go that high. Usually, if it does, that's way too much. Yeah. So really, when you're looking at PQQ is the quinone. Got it? That's the quinone that actually helps with the rhythm. It also deals with the issues of pre, during, or post effects of stroke. Got it? So 200 is not fine. No problem. Just take it as it's recommended on the bottle. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I think we got it. I see somebody scratching around there.
Yeah.
That's all right.
All right, Bianca, you're up.
Okay.
All right.
She didn't got her glasses. She about to get down.
Hey, Dr. Paul, Bianca said, about
really
time. I've been sitting here for like 30 minutes waiting for my...
She about to get down. She didn't put her glasses on, man. She about to get down. Whatever it is.
About time you finally down here.
No, not really. I just haven't been on in so long. I'm so glad to be here tonight and hear all the wonderful testimonies.
Yes.
But I have it's either heel spurs or planters fasciitis, or however you say it. So I don't want to get a cortisone shot. So what else can I do for this pain?
Now, is it a heel spur or is it plantar fasciitis? Which one?
I'm not sure, but it's like the sharp pain is directly under the heel.
Okay. That could be a bone spur. It could be a heel spur.
Okay.
Now here's some things that we do. We do soaks. Okay. We do soaks. Himalayan salt bath is one thing that we use. Got it?
Okay.
Comfrey wraps. Okay. Comfrey wraps on the heel. Also, the cissus quadrangularis.
What?
The cissus, CISSUS.
She said, stop speaking French, Dr. Paul. She didn't understand.
I was going to say stop cussing.
You said you what?
Hey, Bianca, I saw your mouth, so I thought about cleaning you up before you got there.
You call me what? Right. It's cissus, CISSUS.
Okay.
Okay. Quadrangularis. If you just call it cissus, it'll pull up.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I'm saying that, because that deals with bone density. Okay. Bone density, and it tends to help to get bones, back in shift if it shifts out a little bit. So sometimes when you have things like poor fitting shoes, it could be a lot of different things. You could have been the way you were wearing certain shoes, I mean, it just happens. Spurs can happen in a lot of different ways. So what I would suggest is that, sometimes it may require a procedure. Okay. In some cases, some people may have to get a procedure because once it spurs, it's painful. It's just really painful. But I would tell you to get it examined first by a good podiatrist. Do you have a good podiatrist?
No, I was gonna call Rothman Institute.
Oh, I got the brother right here. I got the
Oh, do
brother.
you?
I got the
Well,
brother. Yes, I do.
you're calling just at the right time,
Y'all
Bianca.
got the
See that?
right ones. I
Brother
tell
got it
you.
in his pocket. You let it roll.
I got it grabbed. Yes, this brother and I go back a long way. And he probably, if I send you his number, I'm gonna blow him up right now on his phone. His name is Masai. Dr. Masai. Let me see here. Let me get his I'll see if I can find him. Let me see if I can find him, okay? Before we leave here, I'm gonna look and see if I can find him. But he's a good brother, and when we started doing a lot of the chronic disease programs, we did a lot of work together over at Center in the Park. And he was excellent. I always told him, I said, bro, I said, you gotta have a special calling, man. You know what you doing is great stuff because he was expert when it came to bone spurs, bunions. He could do anything. But I tell you, this brother is really, and he is just off of City Line Avenue right now. He's on City Line Avenue. Let me see if I can find him. Let's see.
Dr. Masai.
Yeah, Masai. Dr. Masai Smith. That's him. Masai is Maasi. Last name is Smith, of course. Okay. And if you're looking for his number, let me see. 215 665 9225.
Okay.
Yep. Good brother. Good brother. Yes. And tell him I sent you, okay?
I sure will.
Yeah. Tell him to take a look at that. And I'm sure he would. He's been on Good Day Philadelphia, and a lot of the Channel 29 and places like that. He's very very sought after. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. My last question was my mom's friend. She wanted to know, is there a way you can balance hormones?
Sure. Absolutely. That's what we talk about all the time with thyroid. Pituitary, hypothalamus, pineal, all of that's the endocrine system. So it starts with cleaning the liver, believe it or not. Clean the liver, you clean the whole body, but we got to clean that blood, get that blood clean. But the hormones are balanced by things like kelp, chlorella, spirulina. There's also herbs like black cohosh. These are not to diagnose, treat, kill, prevent disease, just food for the soul, y'all. Things like milk thistle, blessed thistle. These are all herbs that were traditionally used for women for balancing. Holy thistle, all of those that are the thistle family are excellent for women. That's the balancing hormones, and that's for all ages. Red raspberry. All of these are traditionally used that women use to get their cycles. Angelica roots. Angelica roots, or we call it Don Quay. Okay, those are all good, and that helps with the cycles, the rhythms. But here's what I would say: whenever that you have to watch, and this is for all women, and this is all ages of women too, because the misconception is that women do not, after they no longer have their periods, that they don't have cycles anymore. Everybody continues to have cycles. You always gonna have cycles. Men got cycles and periods too, y'all.
I was getting ready to say that, Dr. Ray. They got it too. They don't want to own up to it.
But you know what? The women, when I say that, the women say, "You ain't got to tell me that."
Because he's been acting crazy all the time.
Because he act crazy. That big B, he got his cycle.
Be bumping into walls and stuff.
No. So yes, you can. There are many things that you can do for cycles and rhythms. Yes, and those are the herbs traditionally used. With those. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Excellent.
All right. There's another.
man,
Okay.
hold up.
Is it customary to take activated charcoal or bentonite clay binders after a parasite cleanse? That's from
Yes, and I wouldn't do it directly after that. Sometimes after a parasite cleanse, it depends on how you're doing it, and what the person's going through. Because a binder will go in and they're specifically binding a lot of things is sludge in the system, but they're primarily pulling all that heavy metal stuff out of you. Stuff that's hard to pull out of you. Parasites is one thing, but I would give it a little. I would give it a little break. I wouldn't go right into coming right behind with bentonite or some form of a clay right after. I would give it a little rest. You got to give the rest for the intestines a little time for rest. I would start off with the colon cleanse, then the parasite cleanse, and then soon after, maybe give it about another couple weeks, and then I would do a parasite or a binder, something like a bentonite. It's you don't want to do too much. You want to give the body a chance to recover. Let it get a chance to rest. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me see.
Good
One more, and
question,
then
though.
another one. Then we'll go up to Nita. Can you discuss? Excuse me. Can you discuss calcifications as we age? Micro doses of calcification occur throughout our body. If we do not address it, what can it do to us, and how can we keep it at bay?
Magnesium.
Magnesium.
Yep. Yeah. Calcification happens with the lack of presence of magnesium. Got it? We talked about the 11 types of magnesium. Got it? So that has a lot to do with the deficiencies of magnesium. So I would say just, go to my website, download those 11 variations of magnesium. Got it? And I did break down, I believe, I give enough information so that you can get started, that you can investigate those. But whenever you're talking about calcification, you want to get yourself a good magnesium. It's usually the presence of fruits and vegetables, mostly dark leaf green vegetables, that magnesium is strong to. But we are lacking it because of the lack of soil being destroyed and the microorganisms. So now the plant does not yield the proper amount of magnesium. You remember when I broke down all of the 11 variations of magnesium, I also gave you the food sources for where it was coming from.
Yes,
Y'all remember that? Remember that?
Yes, I do.
So if we're getting it now from capsules and bottle capsules and liquids, but really we're supposed to get it from the earth itself. We're supposed to get it from the fruits and the vegetables. For example, if I were to look at someone, remember that we talked about there was one I think it was magnesium aspartate. You remember aspartate? Aspartate is cellular energy. That's the athletic recovery. Remember we talked about that, the aspartate that deals with things like asparagus, legumes, the black beans, the lentils, all of those things. That helps you from calcifying in a lot of ways because it raises the alkalinity rate. So, yep, go over that magnesium list and check it twice. Go to my website, drpaulherbs.com, go to download, and it's the first one in the download section. It's called Magnesium Forms, Benefits, and Food Sources. Got it? So
Yeah, that was one of was also good for cardiac people too.
Oh, yeah, man. Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of them in here. So we are lacking big time when it comes to magnesium. It's the one that we are missing in all plants. Even the plants are missing it. You ever see a plant? If you roll up to a plant and you see them turning brown at the edges or brown under the bottom, yep, it's losing magnesium. So wait a minute. If we're just like plants and the plants start turning brown when they normally are green, what does that mean? We start turning we start turning brown. We start turning colors too. We're losing our charge. We're losing our energy. Got it? So
And Dr. Paul, when docs prescribe magnesium, They always prescribe magnesium oxide.
That's all they know.
Yep.
That's all they know. But
But
this, you gotta say,
Dr.
Doc.
Paul.
You say, Doc, there's 11 times, man. There's 10 more. What's up? There's 10 other variations of magnesium.
And when they're on magnesium, I refer them to your website.
Yep.
Whether they go or not, hey.
Yep. You know what?
Dr.
One
Paul.
that's really getting one more question. I'll grab that question from you. One that's really good, that's getting a lot of traction is the magnesium threonate. You ever heard of threonates? Threonate is actually brain health. So a lot of people, when they want to get their brain right, because some people say, I can't remember nothing. I'm having issues with memory, recall, all of those things. Guess what? Magnesium threonate. That's an L-threonate, which is an amino acid. Magnesium and L-threonate together is brain health. That's memory. But guess where you can find it? Anything vitamin C rich. Citrus, berries, kiwi, bell peppers, leafy greens, all of that has threonate. Yes, that's right. So, yes, go to that list, check it twice. It's a great breakdown. And the food sources in there are a great way that you can get it naturally. Okay, keep that in mind. All right, who was that question? Someone was asking a question. Was the brother asking a question?
No, it's me. This is Mina.
Mina. I'm sorry, Mina. I thought that was somebody else. I'm sorry.
I went to your list because I was having problems with my blood pressure, and I took that. Also, what you talk about the magnesium threonate for my blood pressure, you have to bring it down.
Go ahead, girl. Well, you go ahead now. Let's give her a hand. I think that's a stealth testimony, Big B.
Well, yes, indeed.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Mhm.
Congratulations. Come on, mute, y'all. Come on, mute, y'all. Come on.
Good stealth move.
Great job.
Congratulations.
Great job.
Yes.
Well done.
Right.
Yes. So that's I see, I go online and I see these things popping up online on social media where people are starting to do a lot of things like AI. And I think Kamara, we were talking about that. I think you sent me something on the AI. And AI, believe it or not, it's not bad. It's just that we have to just understand that they're using sometimes pictures to portray an image that it's like, okay, where's this coming from? So at the end, you just got to understand that AI is doing a lot of things that makes it look very credible. So always fact check a lot of the stuff, and just stay on top of it. Not all AI is bad though. Some of the stuff is really good. Some of the stuff is really on point too. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a question, Dr. Paul, in the chat. I can't find it right now, but someone was asking about brewer's yeast for a child.
Yes, I saw that too.
I asked them what age, but now I can't find where it's at. So Lizzie doing.
Well, brewer's yeast is a food. Okay, so it's not something that you can't, children can have it just like
it's at
adults.
827.
Right.
Okay.
It's at 827.
827. What is the age of the child? I guess that was you were asking.
That was my
her.
question to them.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you would add, not as an adult, you can add brewer's yeast to food. It's a nutritional yeast, so it can be added to soup, salads, casseroles. It can be added to anything. You can add it to the green drinks. I told y'all that's what happened when my son was having challenges with his height. You remember I told you?
Yes.
Remember I told you he was having challenges with his height, so I put a little bit in his green drink. Next thing you know, choo! He was devastated. He said, I'm not going to. The doctor told him, he said, oh, based on your growth pattern, you'll be about 5'6". He was like, oh, no. He was like, oh, no. So I said, don't worry, son. I got you. So he took the brewer's yeast, gave him a little green drink along with that. And he stayed dedicated, and he's just tall as I am now, about 6 foot. Yeah. So with that being the case, yes, it can be added to food. It's a food, and if you go to brewer's yeast, it'll even show you pictures of them. I believe that's one that shows the picture of them with the baby and everything, and they put it on popcorn. Some people put it on their snack, nuts. They put it everywhere. It has a nutty taste to it, so some people put it on everything. So. That company specifically is very kosher, and they have the highest rating of brewer's yeast of all that's out there. There's nobody that can beat these guys, I'm telling you. And if you do the comparison with the supplemental charts on the amino acids, nobody can beat these guys. And as far as if they're boosting their numbers, they can't match it because they're growing them off of beets. They're growing them off of beets, and then they literally moved to the Netherlands in a place where there's no GMO, vegan. They were all that stuff. They were totally away from all allergens. And remember, this is the only one with folate. You remember folate? I don't know if y'all remember that conversation I had about folate. Folate.
Yes, I
Got it?
do.
Remember, folate is very hard to get and when it comes to brewer's yeast, and that one has the original folate, which is the precursor before folic acid.
Yeah.
Got it? So when most women are pregnant and they're trying to get the they'll tell them to get folic acid. Did you know that folic acid is actually a synthesized version of the folate? So why don't you get the real folate? In this one, it comes into like 500 micrograms. In this one, it's high, so it's not bad. It's a good way of getting.
Okay, you mentioned I think it was Phyllis's name a while ago. I think she was asking about the best calcium to take.
Best calcium, we say not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. I always go to the ocean. Okay, that would be the coral calcium.
Coral calcium.
Yep. Strong. Nothing can beat it because you can get too much of the other calciums, but this one right here, this is some of the best stuff right here. That calcium, that coral calcium, it will put might in your hand. Puts might in your hand, yes. And remember, the story goes that there was a second Exodus, and that Exodus happened on the island of Okinawa, where literally the doctors left the island. This is crazy. But yeah, the doctors got up and just said, you know what? There ain't nobody sick here, Big B. We got to get on out of here.
So, Dr. Paul, on that note, if your hand is already weak, by taking that, it'll strengthen it up.
It'll strengthen it up. Yes, that's one of the things. Coral calcium deals with bone density, but it also deals with, remember, it has natural magnesium inside of there. So when you have the natural magnesium, it already opens up and it gets right into the system. That's why it's one of the most powerful things you can get to reset the body, to get your bone right, you get your might right. Usually you feel it in your hands first. Hands and eyes. Those are the two places that you get it. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. No
Dr.
problem.
Paul, before you go on, I'm sorry, please.
Put it in the green drink too.
Yep, you put it right in the green drink. Yep, that's great. Jaron does that. Jaron puts it in his green drink. Yep.
I put everything in my green drink. How do you spell that magnesium? That magnesium that you were talking about?
308. L308. Magnesium.
308. Yeah, 308.
Spell that, please, Dr. P.
THREONEATE. Let me see. Let me make sure if that's correct here.
There are all different kinds of that. So you have to.
You see the different variations?
Yeah, I see different.
Oh yeah, 308. THREONATE.
Right. L-3 magnesium L-308.
It's an amino, so the L, you want to see the L representing aminos, okay?
So where is the L?
It's magnesium,
L
then there's an L dash
308.
And it's not THREE, it's THREONATE.
Yep.
It works.
It works. I like that. That sounds like a believer right there. And specifically, it deals with brain memory and learning. So when you're trying to learn a new thing, so a lot of people say, I can't learn nothing else. I don't want to learn nothing else. This is excellent for when you're picking up a new class, or you may want to go back to school and you want to say, I want to grab that degree, or I want to or learn a new instrument, or learn a new language. That's what 308 does. That's what the time you start to do the 308. Add a little bit of that brain health. Helps to function and deal with the synapses, they call it. The synapse. Yep. Connectings. And I remember that story. You hold on to things better.
Yeah, man.
You hold on to your mind and your thought patterns and things from your left and right hemispheres, which
That's
means your
right.
creativity and logic mend together so you can use both at the same time. How many can pat your head and rub your tummy? Can y'all pat your head and rub your tummy at the same time? Who can do that? Who can do that?
Yes, I
Come
can.
on, I'm gonna do
I
it.
can do
This
it.
is a
I'm doing
little.
it right now. Well,
Now switch hands. Now switch
Now
hands.
switch hands. Switch hands. Switch hands. All
well,
right. All right. All right. All right. Now close your
well.
eyes. Close your eyes and do it. See? Close your
Just
eyes and do
now I just got drunk. Well,
See? Well, we
I
got
can do it
plenty.
better with my eyes closed.
Is coral calcium good for if someone has joint like pains in their like hands from lupus?
Yeah, because
Okay.
here's the effect of what coral calcium also does. It cleans the blood. And whenever you're talking about lupus, that's the wolf. We call that the wolf. And the autoimmunes, that's the wolf that goes in like a scavenger and starts to literally, send mixed signals all over the body. So that's why when you take the coral calcium, it helps with bone density, but it also cleans the blood. So that's very good. Very, very good. Raise that pH. Yeah. Yeah.
okay. Dr. P, you have Kim from Facebook. Well, is there any help for seizures in adults over 40?
Sure. They have to be evaluated first. There's a lot of good studies done on a lot of different things, but we would probe first before we dive into any recommendations, of course. Of course, we got to get a history of what they've been through, what they've been exposed to, because that has a lot to do with it also. Things like exposure. And from there, we'll see if there's something that's triggering that. Because sometimes it's a malnutrition, sometimes it's trauma, sometimes it's something that they have, they that could be from their past when it comes to DNA. It could be a lot of different things. So that's why we would evaluate that before we move in on that. Yeah. Yeah, but there's a lot of good things like tyrosine is an excellent one. Tyrosine, tyrosine is good. Lion's mane has been showing effective. Bacopa has been showing signs. These are just in general, of course, that have shown issues with helping those with seizures and things like that. But I would have more questions about that. Okay.
Okay. And Faida total like tails in on this. Just if you're taking coral calcium, it cleans the blood. Should it not be taken with golden seal?
Well, you don't take it at the same time, of course. I would get a recommendation before you're do one at a time. You don't have to do all that stuff at one time.
Okay.
Always take things with understanding and make sure you get proper direction on what you're doing and why you're doing it. You got to make sure you know why you're doing these things. All these things can be effective, but you got to know how to take it. Okay.
All right, Nitha, you're up.
Grand Risings, everyone.
Grand Risings, Nitha.
I want to know, Dr. Ball, or if anyone, the commercial that's on TV, into the flu season. And they have this commercial, and I said, that just doesn't make sense to me. They're talking about this flu vaccine, and they're advertising this particular one. I don't know the name, but what's puzzling, they say, because you have to make sure you get the right one. Well, that doesn't make sense saying that. To me, you gotta make sure you get the right vaccine.
Well,
I thought all of them supposed to be right.
Yeah. Hey, thank you. That's like going to, if you want aid, you want the right aid.
Yeah, well, don't you know?
I don't want the wrong aid. I want the right aid.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
They claim they can't keep up with the proper strand. That's what their claim is.
Yeah. Well, for one thing, in order to make a vaccine, you have to have the strain out first in order to make the vaccine.
Yes.
So the vaccine that's out now is from the strand from last year.
Exactly.
It's just common sense.
And just to combat that. See, we always know there's this thing called the mutagenetic rate of how things start to they start to morph. Okay, they turn into something else. That's why every week, Big B, when we were on, we said, "There's another variant. There's another variant."
Yeah, amen. So
when
very
they
true.
say variant, they're saying variation. That's what it means. Another variant means another variation of something that it, like Neetha's saying, it came from something else, but y'all ain't got the first one right. How you gonna get the rest of them going if you ain't got the first one right? So that's where we know that viruses move and they load and reload fast. So it's hard to do that. That's why they say it's better for it to just take its course. It's going to take its course where it's just going to fade out, But yeah, I saw that too, Neetha. I saw that too. I said to myself, I'm just turning this thing off.
Well,
the other thing is, I just want to recommend, because what I do, of course, I put a lot of stuff in my green drink too, and I do use the coral calcium. But the other thing is, I also put the clove oil drops with my oil pulling, Once I take the swig and I take my clove oil and a couple drops in the mouth and swish and everything, with that.
Good. Boy, I tell you.
Yeah. Now, the next thing too is the young lady with not saying it's going to work, not to diagnose, cure, treat.
Just food for the soul. Just food for the soul. That's right. Just food for your soul, girl. That's right.
I know I have been getting great results with my combination, which I add several with my castor oil and clove oil. Like I said, I had no calluses. My husband's callus disappeared on his hand after a while because every time I go,
that's
I have been putting it on his wounds on his feet. Now I know some of them are healing, because my husband has arterial problems. And he has wounds on his legs, and he's not a candidate for any surgery, so they won't be doing any type of bypass. They're not going to be giving him hyperbaric. So, but I'm just using my combination clove oil with the castor oil, with the clove oil, and some other oils I add.
That's
and
right.
I'm telling you, it's when my son said, Mom, when he was here visiting, he said, Mom, I got a couple calluses. I said, okay, let me make you a portion and you take this bottle with you. And when I talked to him, are you using it every day? He said, yes, I am. So, and it could help with that heal whatever is going on. It could. Won't hurt to try it.
That's right. Won't hurt to try it. That's right. That's right. So, yeah. Thank you, Neetha. Appreciate you. That's a testimony, Neetha. You snuck that in. You sneak it right on in.
You know what? There's one other thing. I went to a garden party a couple of Sundays ago. And this person was teaching about gardening and the soil and using the Bible and scriptures. And different people brought things in. Well, this person brought in moringa, because she has the moringa tree or plant. And she grind it up and brought the powder in and gave some away. So I have been putting she said, only need a teaspoon, putting it in my green drink and putting it in for my husband as well.
Yeah, that's right.
See what's going to happen with that.
Yeah. Moringa, you know what's amazing about moringa? I think that it's so we know a lot of it by, of course, a lot of brothers and sisters have it. But it goes by many names. One of the names is the King Solomon tree. And they call it the King Solomon tree in certain parts of Africa. They also call it drumstick, or another one is never die. That means that when they cut it down, it dry back up. It come back up. It keeps growing, and it grows in the strangest of places in the hard to grow climate. When they took the map of people who were starving on the planet, they took the map of moringa and it went right over top of it. Wow. So what does that mean? That means starvation it means that the people that need it, it's always going to grow where the people need it. That's the lore of a lot of the herbs.
See, God knew what he was doing.
God knew what he's doing. That's right.
You know, people going to be acting crazy.
Did you know that you can take the moringa pods? I don't know if y'all know about the moringa pods. Anybody know about the moringa pods?
Nope. Nope.
Okay,
Yes.
like the moringa
Yes,
pods.
they're the green things that hang down, look like string beans or something.
Yeah, look like string beans. So they sit in a pod, right? There's about
Right.
3 or 4 in a pod, right?
Yeah.
But did you know when you can take the pods, right, of the moringa, pound it down, take them out, pound them into a powder, right? Put them in a bottle of clean water. Got it? So you could take about maybe a gallon of clean water, shake it up, pour it now. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that?
It's a phone.
Rosetta?
361-8479.
All right. Take about the powder. You can powder, you know, them down into a powder. Put it into a clean bottle of water, good water, like Crystal Geyser water. Shake it up. Pour that into about a 5-gallon container of dirty water, and it'll purify the water in 24 hours.
I can't stand
it's a water purifier. It is amazing. What moringa does is amazing. So it's a water purifier. It doesn't get the credit as much as it should, but we had a couple of UN projects where we were putting in moringa as a water purifier for some places in Africa. It's amazing. So it doesn't get the credit where it deserves, but that one really needs to get one when it purifies water. Yeah.
Okay. Dr. Paul, it's 8:59. We got 3.
All right.
It's Joan, you spoke earlier. You still have your hand up. You okay? Come on, Joan. Then after that, Juanita, Haraya, and then Cynthia. And we're at 8 and 9 o'clock. Go ahead, Joan.
First joined the family tree, I remember somebody calling and saying that they had a tremor. And I have a tremor on my right hand. Is there a herb for that, Dr. Paul?
Well, that's, again, going into autonomic disruption. You know, autonomic disruption means you got to watch your sugar. Watch your sugar. Got it? Because remember, it pulls the moisture out of the nervous system, the myelin sheath. And what happens is that can cause disruption into the autonomic system. So also watch out for things like root canals. Sometimes it's a vaccine. Sometimes it's asbestos. Sometimes it's mercury filling. You know, it can be a lot of different things. But what we try to do is there's specific herbs that we use for that. Not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent disease, just food for the soul. We do glutamine. We also go with things like Gotu Kola. Gotu Kola, Gotu. Second word cola, Kola. Bacopa. These are for nervous system. These are the nervous system. Okay. Of course, ashwagandha. Any of the nervines. These are called nervines. Got it? Nervines. Yep. Nervine herbs. Yep. Nervine herbs. I thought I did a thing on nervines. Did I ever do anything on nervines?
All 3 of those herbs are in the mind care. You can just buy in mind care.
Yep. So that's all, and that's, notice that just like Neetha said, you'll see a lot of the nervines. Other nervines would be like lemon balm. Now you know why that catnip is like that. That catnip tries to calm. It's a calming herb.
Sir, it knocks them right out.
Yep. Calming nerve. Yep. Of course, lavender would be a nervine. So all of those are nervines that help regenerate they have a sedative kind of approach to the nervous system. So remember, you're trying to cool it down so that it can start to heal. Remember, healing starts with being calm. You got it? So that means if you're stressing out, you're stressing out the autonomic system. Got it? That's inflammation. We say what? What principle is that? Male or female? Remember? Anybody remember?
Calm it down?
Yeah, calming down is what
female. That's
you
female.
got it. Female. Right, female.
Yep. The brother's always hyper.
Female, yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah.
The male
Yeah.
tears down.
Tears down. Yes. They kind of always remind us, don't they, Big B?
Yeah, buddy.
Dr. Paul.
Yes.
I'm going to get implants the end of the month. Is that going to affect me? Something about root canal, but I had root canal years ago. So
yeah, root canals. You said you're having implants. You said is that titanium root implants?
Yes.
Yeah. There you got to be careful. You know, because now have you had the extractions already?
Yes.
You have all extractions and you're ready.
Yeah, they're going to replace.
Yeah. So you got to.
Have they done a bone density?
They're going to do all of that, I believe.
Yeah. So you got to be careful with that. See, whenever you remember, every tooth in your mouth is connected to an organ in your body. So if you're having metal, see, we just cannot process metal. It does not. The body does not like something that does not belong there. And it's going to be tough because now that can cause autonomic disruptions. So but I get it though. I get it because a lot of people say, hey, you know, they sell it very well. They sell it very well. The way some of the marketing on that has been so very well. And I get it. I get it because I've seen some of the afters and I was like, wow, it really looks good. But my always concern is the after effects, long-term effects from that. You know, when you have metal in the body and it's in the areas of the nerving that's connected to every part of your body, you know? So just be careful. I would say on a regular basis, if you choose to go that route, you should be doing oil pulling all the time. Got it? Oil pulling should become a natural staple with everything you do. So every morning, just get into oil pulling. I would say, you know, if you've already committed to it. You already committed to it.
Yeah, $12,000.
Yeah, you're committed to it. Yeah, you're committed to it. Yep. So I would say just look at the all of the control studies, okay, as much as you can, you know, of those that had the procedure and then the post effects of that. And the post effects of the control studies of people in the area where we live, which is the East Coast. And also, did the people look like me? You know, you have to ask all those questions. Those are control studies. Those are legitimate questions that you have to ask.
Dr. Paul, I've seen a few patients that I've interviewed that have had them done and had them in for a couple of years, and then the patients gradually developed osteoporosis. Well, they had osteopenia, and then they developed into osteoporosis, and they didn't have enough bone to hold on to those implants.
They had to come out again. Yeah. So remember, it's also, see, they never think and tell people about that's why I always say do control studies. If you have a concern about any procedure, anything, always ask for the control studies, you know, and then look for a study that's related to people that are in the region that we're doing. A lot of these control studies aren't even done in America, y'all. They're done in places like China. They're like, wait a minute, you know, and on people that don't look like you. So what are we doing? We're trying to be as close and accurate as possible because we have to have the effects of it. It's probably going to be close to you. Got it? So just try to do your best with that. That's pretty much all I can really say on that.
The only metal I'm allergic to is nickel, and they made sure that it's not nickel. And he said that it's covered with porcelain, that metal that is going to be in the mouth, or acrylic.
Right, but we're not necessarily talking about allergic to. See, that's another thing. An allergen is something totally different than just the presence of something that doesn't belong in you. See, that's something totally different. You can still have something in you, but it doesn't mean you have to be allergic to it. It just means that it's sitting in the system. And see, that can cause autonomic disruption. You remember people used to have a lot of braces, and a lot of that was causing a lot of autonomic disruption in a lot of children. So, you know, we got to look at, anytime you put something like metal in the body's always going to, that thymus actually goes around and sends a signal throughout your blood system, says, all right, well, who belongs here and who does not belong? That's why when someone has a transplant, they have to take that transplant medication for a long time until the body gets used to, seeing that and saying that, okay, that's now not, it's either a friend or a foe.
Yes, so true.
Got it? Friend or foe. That's all it's going to be looked at. Do you belong here or are you part of us? And if you're not a part of us, then the body's going to send out antibodies after it. And it's going to cause issues. So just do the research as much as you can, okay? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right, Juanita,
So-
and then her. Yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. The person on Facebook that you were talking to,
Yes.
the person that's asking about the doctor with the water, you said refer to the chat.
Yes.
Is she?
Yeah. Water? No. She was talking about the brother up that Dr. Paul spoke about just a few moments ago.
You talking about Dr. Masai with
He's
yeah.
He's a podiatrist. Now it has nothing to do with water. He's a podiatrist.
Yeah, he's a podiatrist. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. For feet. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Joyce, are you referring to the podiatrist? I'm on Facebook, so if you just put it back in the chat, I can help you with that question.
Okay.
All
All
right,
right,
thank you,
Juanita,
Prophet.
and then
hey, now
Juanita.
before we go anywhere, just a second, Juanita. I just want to mention to everybody that I will be on the Eagle's Nest Christian Academy tomorrow, right, Prophetess?
Yes.
Yes. You want to give out the information and tell them where we'll be? Do you
How
have
about
that?
I just find it and put it in the chat box? Because I don't even know.
Okay. All right. Joey sent it to me. Of course, Joey called me at the 11th hour and said, you're on tomorrow, right? I'm like, what?
I wasn't sure, and I can't find my calendar, so I wasn't sure if it was tomorrow.
Joey always gets me at the last moment. He'll wake me up in the morning. Like, you're here tomorrow, right? I'm like, what?
No.
Okay, but I will be with the Eagles Nest tomorrow. That's Pastor Halsley, and that is the home church of Prophetess over there. And then, the home church of the family. We always chop it up. We have good sessions over there, y'all. So part two, will be tomorrow. And that starts at 7:30, I believe.
7:30, yes.
And we'll get the information. I'll post it on my page once we get that up. And if you want to, it's a Zoom call. Come on in, join us, be a part of the family, and we can talk about stuff. Change the seasons, y'all.
Well,
Got to get together, y'all. Got to get it together. Yep.
Okay.
All right,
Juanita, and then
Juanita.
Hi. Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Hey.
I wanted to two things. The first thing is, Dr. Paul, when you say I know the phrase not the cure or whatever, so but the recommendations you say or the product, the herbs you mentioned, is it some way like you can also say what brand? Because I don't want to order like something. Sometimes I go to Amazon because it's so fast, but I don't like going there because I don't know if it's the actual or pure thing. So if we can say like some names or something for it, I would really appreciate that.
Okay, let me help you a little bit better with that. Okay, this is the why we say don't go to Amazon for new products. Got it? Don't go to Amazon for new products. See, new products, you always want to go to the home sites. See, Amazon is sort of like the hodgepodge for resellers. You got to be careful because sometimes when they repost, they'll take the description, but they'll leave stuff out. So you got to go to the home page. When you always do it, always go to any of the herbs that we talk about. Make sure they made the commitment to be organic. Got it? So that means go to those pages that have their objectives are dealing with organic fruits, vegetables, herbs, whatever they're doing. Got it? That's the key. Don't go to Amazon. Once you've learned your product, then you trusted the product. Then you can go and say, let me see if I can get a little cheaper on Amazon. Got it? But always
the main page you mean of the brand?
Right.
If I don't know the
if you
brand.
have, for example, we talked about coral calcium today, right?
Yes.
So you would go to coral calcium and you would go online, look for a website that's selling it directly.
Okay.
You got it?
Okay.
Don't go to Amazon. Not until you learn your product. When you learn your product, then you can start to reach out and say, all right, I've tried that. That works. I can go to Amazon, maybe get it for a couple of dollars cheaper. but always go to make sure it's made the commitment to be organic. The same thing when you're shopping in the stores. Same thing if you would go to an herb store versus a drugstore. Don't go to the drugstores. Go to an herbal store. You know, like a mom and pop stores. And it's something that God has kept these herb stores, some stores that's been around for a long time. Since we were like children, they just in the neighborhood, and it's like God just got a little protection over them. You know, it's like Mr. Pollock's on Broad Street. He been there forever. He been there forever.
Wayne Avenue.
Wayne Avenue. You know, I can think of like, you know, Penn Herbs. All these places just been here a long time because people always need that. They always have to have a resource. So always make sure they made the commitment to be organic. You know, if you can get to them in person, go to them, but always check out their websites. And then if you find the product, then you go to, you know, the resellers on the Amazon and things like that. Okay.
Okay, and my main question was about vertigo because I had experienced that this weekend, and very busy. I had kind of did the test that I saw on YouTube. My brother sent it to me, and I did which side I laid on, and if I looked up, whatever one is still spinning, so it's showing like my left side is the worst with it. I was off balance. And so I went to the doctor's there. Of course, doctors can't see anything, but I was just wondering if it was something. Like I want to do something natural. I don't want to take any kind of the pills that they prescribed or anything.
Okay.
Any suggestions?
Sure. Definitely you want to first eliminate the structural issues. Got it? Eliminate structural issues. Make sure that this is not something that's bone touching nerve, any type of contraction, any type of subluxation. That means go to a good chiropractor first. That's what I would do. Vertigo tends to happen in there's a lot of things that can cause that. The atlas or axis, usually the 1 and 2, C1, C2, tends to be the one that causes a lot of this. And that's stress, but also dehydration has a lot to do with that, pulls the muscles, myofascial tension, which is the muscles pulling on that. So it's a lot to do with things that you can, you know, probably talk to a chiropractor first and get assessed first, and then you move forward. Once you determine that it's not a structural issue, then you got to start to look at your food. Got it? Make sure your foods are not causing a problem where you're getting too much inflammation. Got it? Because that can be causing vertigo also.
Okay. All right. You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Someone was saying also stay hydrated. Like, is that true?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Make sure I'm hydrated.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
Then, yeah, you hear me say you got to stay hydrated. See, the hydration pulls the muscles, and it pulls the potassium and the magnesium out of the muscles. So now it's going to tighten you up. Matter of fact, before you go to a chiropractor, make sure you're hydrated. That's for everybody. I was telling Dr. Liddy and I were having a great conversation one time, and I said, Doc, does anybody cramp up on you? And he said they cramp up all the time.
All the time.
And we were talking about water. And I tell you, the chiropractors take a hit because, people tighten back up a day or two after they had an assessment, and they think it's the chiropractor. It's not the chiropractor, it's you. You are not drinking water, y'all. So you got to make sure you're drinking plenty of water before you go, and just make sure you're getting the right water. You know the right water, right? You got the right water?
Yes, Crystal Geyser.
Yeah, or any water that's what?
Bottle at the source.
Bottle at the source.
Rainwater, bottle at the source. I'm trying to get y'all off of that Crystal Geyser, but y'all just won't let it go.
It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
It's
boy.
I'm trying to say.
I guess it's Friday. Too now.
All right.
Yes. Thank you. That was a great question. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. How are you?
Yes. Grand Risings family.
All right. What's up?
I guess y'all can tell I haven't been feeling well because, I'm very talkative and I've been very quiet. But Dr. Paul, I'm really worried at this point. I know you can't diagnose me, over or whatever, but whatever information you can give me, I would really appreciate it. I've been swelling in my legs. Now it's to the point where my thighs, it's like they just containing water, like I'm carrying a bottle of Crystal Geyser on each thigh. Now, the last month or so, I've been doing just stir-fried vegetables religiously, you know. But the last couple of days, I said, I'm going to do a fast, you know. And so 3 days ago, I started this fast. And I really appreciate the green drink because it took away the hunger. I didn't know I could go 3 days. I did a salad the first day. The next day, all I had was 4 strawberries. And the next day, which was yesterday, I just had a date. And then I woke up this morning, I did a salad. But the fluid is still there. I was taking a parsley tea, and also some chewing fresh garlic. That let out a little water. But it's to the point now. It's very hard to move. It's very hard to move. It's not in the rest of my body.
Just the legs.
Just the upper thigh. And I don't know why. Now I stepped up my chair exercises. I'm doing like running in place, okay? And by my legs being so heavy, I can only do like 30 seconds, but I'll do about at least 6 to 8 of those 30-second sessions. Then I use my elliptical machine. You know, I'll get on that for 5 to 10 minutes.
Now, let me just chime in just a little bit, okay? This usually lymphatic system slowing down. Okay, lymphatic system is shutting down. That means you got to get it moving. Kidney, heart start to slow down. You're going to build up that waste in the legs, and that waste is now trying to move itself out. So it'll eventually start to come out of the skin. So we got to get it moving. Not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent disease, just food for the soul. Yep, you're correct. But we can start things like some form of total lymphatic cleanse is in order. What you can add to the green drink is things like, you remember the lymphotonic? Did you ever pick up the lymphotonic?
No, I'm putting in an order this evening.
Yeah, lymphotonic with the non-alcohol though. Okay, no alcohol. Okay, lymphotonic or the Mary Ruth. Those are formulas that you can add directly into the green drink, and it's usually by 30 drops per dosage is usually whatever it says on the bottom. Now, those are lymphatic drainage herbs that are formulated already to move it. Now, green drink, keep up the green drink because the green drinks will move it. But I would try to do a little bit of walking. You said a little bit of chair exercise, but you got to
it's very difficult. If I can get back and forth to the bathroom, I feel blessed, you know.
Understood.
You know, God forbid, I don't want anybody ever have to come and help me get to the bathroom. But yeah, but the walking. So I did pull my rollator out. You know, because I was using crutches, but now with the rollator, I can walk a little bit better.
Right. Now, let me ask you something. What about any diabetes meds you're taking? Anything on diabetes?
I don't take any kind of medication whatsoever, and I was taking the astragalus because it said that works on the lymphatic system.
Right.
And the mullein.
Right. And also the dandelion root. Remember the dandelion root?
I take that every day.
Okay. Now, how do you take it?
I take a capsule that says on the bottle, it says 3,000 milligrams, but then it says 10 to 1. I don't understand how to read that 10 to 1 thing, because then when I look in the ingredients, it says 300 milligrams.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Are you taking a lot of teas?
Well, I just started with, I was taking Senna and the Smooth Move. I switched it to the Smooth Move tea.
Okay. So definitely, I would say, here's one thing you got to watch out for, because with the kidneys being now slowing down a little bit, and you're building up that waste in the legs. Make sure you grab something like, watch out for the oxalates. Got it? The oxalates. And that's the green teas and a lot of the teas. Try to stay away from the teas for a little bit. Got it? Try to stick away from the teas a little bit. Try to get into things that are dealing with, flushing, the flushing of the system.
What about the parsley? The
parsley
fresh
is excellent. Fresh parsley is excellent.
Making a tea out of that.
Yep.
I'm chewing it. I'm chewing it right now, but
but you would need more than that though. So that's what I'm saying. You need more than just chewing it. Yeah, you need parsley needs to be, really you got to get a strong amount of parsley in to get the system moving. But it does work. It does work. So
when you say a strong amount, how much you talking?
Well, I mean, when you get parsley, my question is, where is it coming from? I got too many questions for raw parsley right now. Just try to get that lymphatic formula. That lymphatic formula will probably do the best and the most effective right now with trying to get things moving.
Okay.
Got it? See that along with the green drink and your water. Just those three things. I would shut it down, all the other stuff, because anything else you got, it's going to has to process through the liver and the kidneys. So give yourself a break. Give yourself a little break now. Like you said, just try to do water, green drink, and the lymphatic. Something that really moves with the lymphatic system. Got it?
Okay.
And that's all I would be doing right now, just in general. I would say if you can come on through and get an assessment, I can take a look and see where you really are, and then I can give you better information, okay? Or at least have a phone consult, okay? So
my brother, if I could get out the house, I'm really.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. Phone consult. So just give me a phone call. Call Ivy, and we'll talk it out tomorrow, okay? Because definitely we can go into depth, and I can give you some heads up on some things, okay?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Hope you feel better, okay?
Okay.
God bless.
All
right, Dr. Paul, we're at 9:25. There's a question here, and then we go to Cynthia.
There are no more questions.
No more questions.
Thank y'all for hanging in.
It's way past our time.
Way past our time. Prophetess gave us a pass today, because it's the first time back. So I appreciate you, Prophetess.
Yeah, because we supposed to be beat up by now. You know that, right?
That's right.
We'd be beat up and beat down right now. But so thank you. Want to say to everyone, thank you so much for hanging with us. I believe all these are excellent things to learn by. That's why we take a little bit more time. Big B, we're going to close it up, buddy. Show them and tell them how they can be a part of the family tree and how they can participate and even donate to us to help with the process of keeping the program up to date and keeping it online and things. So tell us, Big B, what can we do? Okay.
And that's right, guys. As always, know to make sure you got a copy of tonight's chant. You want to send me an email. Send that email to meccavideo@gmail.com. Again, meccavideo@gmail.com. Now, to continue to support the family tree, use my Cash App. That's $BILMORGAN. $BILMORGAN. Now, if you use Zelle through your bank, all right, that ID number is meccavideo@comcast.net. Again, meccavideo@comcast.net. Of course, we've got our P.O. Box over here in Mullica Hill. Bill Morgan, P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. Guess what, guys? Bring your friends, bring your enemies, bring your enemies, everybody here to the family tree. Yes,
all right, family. Did you learn anything tonight? Put your hands together, family. Did you learn anything? What's up, Carol G? I didn't see you hanging in there. What's going on, Carol? All right.
Just chilling.
I want to thank everybody for chiming in. We had a great program, and you know what? It becomes a great program because you joined us this evening.
Yes, sir.
How about that?
Indeed. Yes, sir.
So with that, I want to give shout out and thanks to the prophets over there. Prophetess,
indeed, as always.
AKA Fingers. All right. And of course, the host with the most, Big B. All right, thank you, Big B. I appreciate you, man. And you and Prophetess. God bless y'all. We say take this information, don't hold on to it. Share it with somebody in your family.
Yes,
Got it?
yes,
Because
yes.
what you do today can change the life of you and your family.
Yeah.
God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And remember, if you're breathing, you gotta shot. Hey. All right. Is Marcy still in here? Did Marcy stay in here with me?
Marcy,
and she went to sleep. Marcy was said, I'm out of here.
Marcy's gone. Marcy, leave me alone. I'm out.
Marcy said, I'm gone. All right. Tap. I want to tap in down. Hey, Queen. I see you, Queen. How you doing? Hey. All right, Bianca. Good stuff today, Bianca.
Oh, yep.
Joan, you had some great testimony, girl. Keep it up. Keep it up. Stay on top of them watermelon now. Tap. You got Joyce. Hey, Joyce. I see you over there, Joyce.
All right, Tommy Mac.
Good stuff today. Good stuff, Joyce.
Yes, sir.
Stay on top of it, right? Tap. All right. Come on. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come on. Just don't watch, y'all. Come on. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Breathe in.
All right, Queen.
One more time. And breathe out. Now shake it out. Hey, Stephanie, I see you. Stephanie. Come on, Stephanie. Give me a move. With it. Go ahead, Stephanie. All right. Now, next one. Let's get a little Qigong going. Clap and rub. Clap, rub, clap. Clap and rub. Clap and rub. And then rub it on down. Come on down. There you go. All that energy. Hey, Tommy, I see you, buddy. Tommy. All right, rub it on down. This is an energy bath. That's right. Clap. That's right. Get that energy going, y'all. Get that energy going. Yeah, clap. All right. And one more time. And stop. Move the top one. Keep the bottom still. And boy, look at that. Y'all feel that energy? With good intentions? Come on, bless yourself. God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. Thanks for tuning in to the Family Tree. Come on, that's right. Do the Stephanie. Go ahead, Stephanie. Do the hug yourself. There you go. Come on. Y'all got to do the Stephanie. You see how Big B, you got it, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Big B.
Yep.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Yo, man.
We're going to be on this weekend. Where we going to be, Big B?
Yes, sir. 900 AM, 96.1 FM, Black Talk Media, Philadelphia, WURD. Y'all, what can I tell you?
All right. All right, Cougar Dance out there. Go ahead, Lisa. I see you, Lisa. Go ahead, Lisa. That's my wife, Lisa. Go ahead, Lisa. Go, Lisa.
Kicking it.
Go, Lisa.
Lisa only playing her. She got it going
Go,
on.
Lisa. Go, Lisa. Hey, Marcy. There go Marcy. She popped back in, Big B.
Yeah.
She must have woke up and said, somebody called and said, Marcy. Oh.
She's on the phone.
Oh, okay.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, there you go, Marcy. Come on, give us a dance, Marcy. Give us some Marcy. Give it. Come on, everybody do the Marcy. Go ahead, go. Go, Marcy. Go, Marcy. Go, Marcy. Go, Marcy. Go, Marcy. Go, Marcy. Hey. All right. You gotta hug yourself. That's right. Hug yourself. There you go. That's right. Hug yourself.
Hug and crown.
All right. Thank you, Marcy. Appreciate you. Tommy. Go, Tommy. Tommy running now, Big B. Tommy's running, man. Tommy's running. All right. Good.
All right, Stephanie.
All right. Go, Stephanie. Go, Stephanie. Go, Stephanie. Go, Stephanie. She's doing the traditional African dance over there. You know, I gotta keep up with her. I can't keep up with her.
You know, right?
All right. Good. Thank you, Stephanie. Go ahead, Bianca. Right. Go ahead. She got a hand, Big B. She like, you know. Yeah, that's all right. All right, go ahead. All right, we're gonna count it on down. Count it on down.
Yep.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. God bless y'all. We'll see ya next week on the Family Tree. All right, Big B. I'll see you on the weekend, buddy.
All right, buddy. You got it, man.
Take care. Love y'all.